I be looking at French, right? Hello my beautiful people, how are you today? Juanita here, I'm in beautiful Montreal. I've been looking my fly. Like, I wore this outfit today because I was feeling really French. And I also got some Francis in me, you know what I mean? My mama she's French and shit. So I feel like I'm channeling my ancestors or something. I feel really powerful. Shit's for real, yo. How many of y'all talk to yourself or whatever? Yo, Juanita be talking to herself like all the time. I be talking to myself in the bathroom, in my little carrito when I'm driving, and I'm singing to like Beyonce. Right? Sometimes you gotta talk to yourself. Like, you ever wake up and you feel like that? Oh my god, like I feel like I'm French or whatever. I'm like French Canadian, walking around in my little French neighborhood with my little. She French now, right? Luna's French. I think Luna is like a word in fucking French. I think it means toilet. She's really classy like that. Like, I become the French lady. But then on some real shit, right? I've been juicing. My stomach was really bothering me, right? You know what juicing is? I'm gonna tell you what juicing is. Juicing is for elevated of the mind people who want to regulate their bodies, right? And hello! And let me tell you, bitch was hungry. Oh my god. For 5 days, I didn't do nothing but drink juicy juice. I was so hungry. I was like, oh my god, I need like a hamburger. I'm about to cut my fucking foot off and eat that shit. And I got really cute feet, so that was crazy that I even had that thought, you know what I mean? This will be making me a little gassy, you know what I'm saying? A little toot-toot. I hurt my back. So I called my friend up or whatever, right? And she's like from Montreal, she's French. And I'm like, yo, this is a situation. Like, can you help me? And when she texts, she's like, oh, Juanita, I'm going to help you. I send you to my friend. I don't even know why that is, but like when I hear her text messages, that's how she sounds. But she's not even like a China or nothing. But whatever, that's how she be sounding in my head. And I get to this homeboy's house, right? Oh my god. He opened the door and I was like, what is that beautiful smell? Oh my god, he smelled like amazing. He comes to the door, he's like 200 pounds of like, oh my god, hello. And I was like, oh, he's in the front, because now I'm French, right? And I was like, oh, he's going to help my back. Oh my god, right? Come into my room and lay down on my bed, take your clothes off, get comfortable. And I was like, oh my god, like I'm about to get naked with homeboy and he looks so good, oh my god, right? So I go and I lay down in his bed or whatever and he starts massaging my back, right? Now remember, I've been juicing and shit. So Juanita been a little gassy. I've been releasing toxins. I've been elevating my mind and spirit. So I'm chilling or whatever on the bed and he be rubbing my lower back and all of a sudden I'm like, yo, what is that feeling? That my kundalini rising? No, bitch had the fart. I had the fart. Yo, like, I've been taking yoga, I've been studying and shit, and they talk about letting shit go or whatever. You know what I gotta do? I'm gonna have to let this shit go right now. I can't be sitting on this bed for 90 minutes trying to hold a fart, and I'm trying to regulate my body. You know what I did? I let that motherfucking shit go. There was a cat in the room, and I was like, bet he thought that was the cat. Ha! No, let that shit go right then and there. It's the thing, like I wake up the next day or whatever and my back is still bothering me and Juanita's like to the point of crying. I don't ever cry unless my nachos are cold, unless some crazy shit happens to the protagonista of the novela. So I hit my friend up and I'm like, amiga, like, oh my god, like what am I gonna do? Like I really need to my back, you know what I mean? Like I can't even move or nothing. So she was like, amiga, I have a friend, they're going to send you to him. So I get to this homeboy's office or whatever, right? Another dude, like 200 pounds, beautiful man. was like, Juanita, ¿qué te pasa? What's wrong with you? I was like, bitch's back hurt, right? What you gonna do about it? They're like, I'm going to take care of you. And I was like, listen, French man, do your magic, be your French boo-boo, fix Juanita's back. So I get in there, whatever. He's holding me, massaging me. I feel like, oh my god, I'm like a baby in like my mother's womb. I feel so fresh, I feel so safe. And he bring me to his chest like this and I'm like, oh my god, this beautiful man. And he said to me, Juanita, I have a question for you. You got something you gotta say to somebody? And I was like, I got something to say to you, boo-boo. I be feeling the way you smell. He's like, no, for real. Like, I'm getting real with you. Like, I just met you, but I'm gonna get real with you, right? And I'm like, okay, get real with me, boo-boo. What's good? He's like, your esophagus is so tight right now that it's pulling on your stomach, that's pulling on your back, which is why your back is fucked up. Because you haven't said something to somebody, okay? Like you haven't expressed yourself to somebody. I was thinking like, what's he talking about? Like there was a time at the train station that the bum like, you know, like hit me in the face. I didn't say nothing about it. There was another time on Tinder, dude was like, you have really nice breasts. And I was like, thank you, but I feel like I held that in. I should have said something. Lalita and I, my sister, we're mad tight. Sometimes I think I'm her, sometimes she thinks I'm me. Like sometimes I wake up and I don't even know who I am and it's some crazy shit. Lalita went through a crazy breakup a few months ago, right? And there was some real abuse in that shit. There was some real emotional, spiritual shit, right? And I was like, oh my God, I'm carrying the weight of this breakup and all this shit from my sister. And this is what happened. And I realized, I was like, wait a minute, we can be carrying pain for other people. We can be carrying pain for ourselves. And that shit doesn't only affect our psyches, yo. It's not only in our mente, you know what I'm saying? Right? That shit is also in our bodies or whatever. And I'm like, fuck, man. So that means that we really gotta be like checking in on our bodies and shit. And we gotta be speaking our truth, because if we don't say what we mean, we don't tell homeboy like, no, you can't massage or suck my toes, like that's not what I'm into. Or if you tell people like, oh my God, my nachos are fucking cold, you gotta speak up, yo. You gotta tell people that shit, or they're not gonna know about it. They're not gonna know you fabulous, okay? You gotta sometimes let people know, because they don't know, right? But then I realized too, like, Lalita was in a situation where like she couldn't really voice her opinion to the people she needed to. It wasn't safe. It wasn't a good idea or whatever. I was thinking, I was like, okay, like who could she say it to? And I was like, I guess she could like talk to herself or whatever, right? And this dude over here in the Gap shirt trying to take a picture and shit. I think he's trying to take a picture of me. I think he looked at me and I think he fell in love. I think that happens a lot here in Montreal. They're not used to ethnic women. I like this, not so sexy, not so fabulous. Now women will wear these hats and they're not used to that shit. And so they look at me and they say, oh my God, estoy enamorado de ti, mi amor. I'm like, mi vida, I can't be with you right now. But he be looking at me. He wanna look at me and touch me. But anyway.